Hey everyone, welcome back to more Warhammer Underworlds. I'm DisturbingPuppet. So today we're going to play around with another undead faction. This is Drepur, or Drepur's Wraithcreepers, who kind of seem like Skeksis ghosts. It's kind of the deal. They are ethereal, so they can move through stuff, but they are affected by trap tiles for some reason. So unlike the Briar Queen, who can kind of hang out on trap tiles and not get affected by them, these guys actually do. So these guys, very quick. They have a lot of movement available to them, and all their weapons... I don't know if this guy actually has a weapon, but all these other guys have a range 2 weapon. They all have spears, which is kind of neat. So, yeah, range 2. They don't do a ton of damage. I think when you upgrade, does that increase? Yeah, so it increases damage on an upgrade. So at the start of activation, every other surviving friendly fighters in enemy territory. For my leader, it's within 2 hexes of somebody. Yeah, 1 or more enemy fighters within 2 hexes. I think most of them are like that, actually. Yeah, within 2 hexes. So as long as we're next to other guys, or relatively in the range of enemies, we get inspired. It doesn't give me really any defensive bonuses. Well, it might give these guys an extra dodge die. Yeah, there we go. And extra movement, which is quite nice. So, yeah, this guy here at the bottom does only have a range 1. He's just got a bite. But he's got a drum that moves us around, which is kind of nice. As far as objectives and things, it's mostly about moving to the other side of the field and doing other stuff, like moving a lot, grabbing objectives in enemy territory, that kind of stuff. Yeah, we'll just kind of jump in and see how we do. Yeah, I played these guys once. I actually did like the way they played fairly well, but who do we want to play against? That is the question. I feel like Skaven are pretty underpowered. I played against Orcs when I tested these guys out. We could do something a bit odd. I think we'll just do... I mean, I hate playing against the human factions because they're just so goofy looking. We could go against a chaos group, which isn't the worst idea in the world. Yeah, let's take on the Reavers, I guess. Garrick's Reavers bot. Yeah, I'll grab first. So we have, what, 5 guys. We want to be fairly far up to advance. The mirror well isn't bad. But I wouldn't mind kind of drawing them in and surrounding them and killing them before I make a move onto the other side of the board as well. I do kind of like the Animus Forge. Yeah, let's do that. We could put a couple there. And we've got a lot of movement. The enemy also went for Animus Forge. Oh, we got a goofy deployment. So... you can, the second person who selects can kind of choose how the boards line up. This is just a really goofy, I don't really like this narrow thing, but we'll see how it goes with our range. That might work out okay. Yeah, we can actually fit 3 in the back. I don't know if that'll actually matter, because I think we have things for grabbing objectives in enemy territories. I don't think we have anything for grabbing objectives in my own territory. What do we want to do? We can be affected by trap tiles, so that's something to think about. How about we put something kind of there-ish, sort of central? Maybe we can push some people around. Who knows? Yeah, I played against the Orcs with this guy, this faction last time. Did it quite well. Pretty happy with that. It took a little while to bring them down, but we did do it. So, score this in end phase if each surviving friendly fighter has 1 or more move or charge tokens. Okay? I mean, we can do that on purpose if we want to. Score this immediately after activation, in which a friendly fighter attacks action with cleave was successful. So we do have a few guys with cleave, and I think we have upgrades that can give cleave as well. Actually, I think we might have to get an upgrade first for that to work. Death's Triumph. 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 Score this in end phase if your warband holds 2 or more objectives in enemy territory. They only have 2. This one's going to be kind of rough. We could draw different ones. I think I'm going to draw different ones. I feel like that last one was going to be kind of difficult. And then here... So we have a Gambit, play only during your opponent's power step. First range 2 attack action made by a friendly fighter, and next activation is Cleave. Oh, actually, we should have looked at that first. So we did have a way to get that. +1 damage to this fighter's range 1 and 2 attack actions as an upgrade. We got a Gambit. Choose enemy fighter within 2 hexes of a friendly fighter. Roll 1 die. On a roll of a hammer, deal 1 damage. The stuff of nightmares. Methodical attack. Play after an activation in which a friendly fighter made a failed attack action. That fighter makes another one. Nice. Choose up to 2 friendly fighters. Push each one closer. Yeah, those are all good. Alright, so I get to choose who goes first. What did we get? So score this immediately after an activation in which a friendly fighter made a charge action in which they move through 1 or more blocked and or occupied hexes. So that would have to be other people or I think certain terrain blocks like these. That's like a Christmas ornament. So we can potentially do that. Score this in end phase in which your warband holds 1 or more objectives in enemy territory. That's a bit more reasonable. Score this immediately after activation in which a friendly fighter made an attack action with 1 or more supporting fighters. So yeah, that's pretty reasonable. So we have our 5 guys. We have our deployment zones there. Where are the enemy objectives? They're pretty far back, actually. So the Viceroy here is probably going to do most of the damage for me. I'm going to put you in first, I guess. We'll put you back a little bit. Ghosty boys coming on in. We've got his leader going in first. Grodrig with the lance. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Patrician, we're going to put in the back here. I said we're going to put him in the back here. God, the interface for this game is so goofy. Alright, this faction that we're playing against does have a lot of guys. We mostly only do 2 damage, so taking down guys with even 3 damage can be a bit difficult. What I will do... We could try to potentially get a charge move through here, just to charge through this blocked objective in order to get that other victory point. So we could try to do that, I guess. That'd be kind of the plan, anyway. Yeah, he's got so many dudes. His leader's probably in charge range of my guy here. I'm going to let him go first, though. He might just instantly wipe my guy out front here, if I get unlucky. Well, that's pretty bad. He got a crit right off the bat. He probably does 3. Nope, only 2. Okay. Somehow I managed to survive for that. So he's only going to take 1 damage in the next one. Give cleave to something. Not going to do much damage. Let's go ahead and try Stuff of Nightmares. Okay, we got it. So it's a nice little free tiny bit of damage. All attack activations, the next activation have to get cross swords, which kind of sucks. Yeah, we can push some people around, sure. You definitely. And, I mean, you're kind of okay, but we could sort of move you away from these other guys. I don't know what kind of movement they have. They probably have at least 3. I'm in not a great position here. Let's move over a little bit. Since he's charged, he can't do anything anyway, so that should be okay. I don't know if I really want to bother with cleave at this point, because we're only going to do 1 damage. It does increase my chance of getting a hit, though. We'll hold on to it. Alright, and then we have our special ability we can play. After opponent's power step, choose a friendly fighter in your territory, push them 1 hex towards the nearest enemy fighter. Yeah, sure, we're doing do that. We have so much movement. We get a nice drum beat. Moving on in. Alright, on my turn, what are we going to do? So I could go ahead and do a charge action with this guy. So we'd have to kind of move through the territory, I think. So this is a block tile. Let me double check. One or more supporting fighters as well. Charge action, which they move through one or more blocked and or occupied hexes. Yeah, that'll actually work, I think. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to have you just charge all the way up. Go for a smack on him. So that should get me a couple victory points. I rolled nothing, because we need to get the cross swords because of the card he played. It still is a charge action. We could try to get another one off, but right now our chance to hit is bad, so I'm just going to pass. We'll hold on to it. Yep, 2 victory points. Thank you very much. We have an upgrade. Range 1 and 2 increased damage. Let's go ahead and put that on my leader. 1 extra attack die for him. I'm hoping we're far enough away that he can't reach me. But probably he can, yeah. That's too bad. Rolled absolutely nothing, so he's toast. An unfortunate death. Our ghosty boy's dying again. Yeah, we can go ahead and get Heart Piercer up. Range 2 attacks have cleave, so just more likely to get a hit. That's all. Yeah, and we will play this. I'm going to move my leader up, so we're within 2 tiles of these guys. We can try to do some damage. So he charged, he can't do anything, but I can now freely just kind of stab away here. So I am doing +1 damage, right? Yes, so I should be doing 3 damage. So I'm going to try to just take this guy out. We also have cleave. I do get a crit. Apparently I have a reroll. Sure, we'll reroll the one that wasn't a success. Nice. So he should be dead. Excellent, yep. And we're in range of another one. He just... What did we get? I don't even know what that was. Vengeance of Nagash, I think. I should check my cards before I do anything. Friendly fighter made an attack action. Took out enemy leader, I think. So he just kind of moved that guy up. Nothing too major. Sure, we can go ahead and do that. Let's move you closer. Alright, so what do we have? Each surviving friendly fighter is an enemy territory. That's probably doable. This is still the first round, even. After an activation, which a friendly fighter made a charge action, which they took an enemy fighter out. Probably not right at the moment. Your warband holds 1 or more objective in enemy territory. We'll do that later, I think. We still have a chance to get another attack off. I think we just stab away here. I think that's the way to go. And if we fail, we can even use the gambit to get another try at it. All those are hits. I'm fine with keeping that. You can just die, thanks. Doing a good job. They just got inspired. Must be from guys taking damage or guys going down, something like that. Extra health on the guy in the back. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it, because we eventually want to get everybody over to the other side. And I have a plan. We're just going to move you up. So. Charge action, take an enemy fighter out. Let's have my leader move up and attack this guy. Try to go for a kill on Karsus. It'll be a charge. I'll have a reroll available. Or, like, not a reroll. I've got a basic reroll, but I have a card that'll play that if I fail to kill him or get a hit, we can try for another attack. So I kind of have 2 tries at this. Okay, that'll work. Another death. Didn't even have to use my card to take another attack action. We did a charge and killed somebody, so we get another victory point. It's going quite well for the first round. 3 more upgrades were played. 3 more ploys. 1 fighter from each faction was out, so he got a bunch. So he actually caught up on victory points. Almost completely. And I just got 1 that I must have drawn, so 3 more fighters are out, so we got a couple victory points for that. Was it 3? It might have been 3. Scythe down, 2 glory. 3 more enemy fighters out of action, which we just barely got. Alright, what do we have? 1 or more object enemy territory, that's doable, potentially. Each surviving friendly fighter is in enemy territory, that's also doable. I'll hold on to those, I think. They're not great. Nearest objective is pretty far back there, but we're pretty quick. And then I do like having the methodical attack. We will keep that. Drop back up. See what we've got before I make any decisions, if I have the choice here. Okay, he's going first. Charging my leader. That's a definite hit. Not much I can do about that. I don't know what cards I have, but not much I can do about that. So he's putting an upgrade. So yeah, we have upgrades potentially. -1 die from enemy fighters ranged 1 and range 2 attack actions that target this fighter. Pretty decent. We have Death Grasp. If this attack action succeeds, give the target 1 move token. So it does 2 damage, and then basically they count as having moved, even if they haven't moved already. So that's kind of the benefit. So they're kind of stuck wherever they are, and we can then potentially just kind of beat them to death from range. So that's kind of the hope. I feel like the Pall of Fear is a bit better. I don't know if that'll save Drepur, but I'll go ahead and put it on him. So he just gave a spear to that guy, which is a bit odd. I mean, I can only put this on Drepur. I guess I will. It's not a very good card, honestly. At least not at this point in the game. At certain points, it might be. I think we do want to keep moving. I'm already in range with Drepur to just get kind of a ranged attack. Apparently, I can't move you, which is kind of who I wanted to move. So I guess I will have to move the Patrician up. Oh, and we actually take damage from that. Okay, fine. Walked into some lava. Probably not a great idea. Alright, activation time. What do we have? 2 or more enemy fighters out of action, so we'll get that. We want to get everybody into enemy territory. We want to grab an objective in enemy territory. We have an upgrade. After another friendly fighter's move action, made as part of a charge, push this fighter 2 hexes, so this fighter is adjacent to 1 or more of the targets. Interesting. Play this during an enemy fighter's attack action after the deal damage step. If that attack action will take a friendly fighter out of action, that friendly fighter makes an attack action, so 1 last hit before they die. Yeah, Drepur's doing a good job. I think we just go stabbing with Drepur. Okay, that was a bad roll. We'll reroll a die. Fail. You know what? Drepur's very methodical. We're gonna give that another shot. Still only got 1 hit. And he got 1 dodge, so it's not going to be a success. That's too bad. We do push him. He's already moved. I'm going to leave him where he's at, because we can just keep stabbing at him. Do they only have... Yeah, they've only got the 2 guys left. So he's going extra damage. This guy's charged, though, so we can't do anything the rest of the fight. Or this round. Other guy is coming on in. He might be more of a threat, honestly. Yeah, we'll go ahead and use our ability. Yeah, I don't know why I can't use it on that guy. If I move forward, is this still lava? Is that going to hurt me more? No, okay. That's fine. So yeah, we can just kind of freely attack. It's not even counting as a charge. So what do we have? Same stuff. Somebody dies, we get an attack off. Who do I want to target? So we can do a charge on this guy to try to take out Arnulf. We could just kind of keep moving by everybody, too. You do a couple points of damage. These guys can't do anything, so I'm going to start moving by, but also take a jab at somebody I can kill on the way. Because we want to get onto the enemy side of the board and then also be headed toward those objectives. Do you have built-in cleave? I didn't see anywhere that it said I had cleave, but alright, sure. We get a nice hit there. Oh, he does get an attack off. Oh, he moved, he didn't charge. That's right. I'm an idiot. Oh, he knocked me into the lethal hex. I feel like you should have limited pushes. Like, it doesn't make sense you can push that direction, but yeah, whatever. That's unfortunate. Let's just get Drepur up. And we could just go stabbing away on my turn, and then we'll continue carrying on to try to grab objectives and stuff. Viceroy! Land me a hit, please. We've tried a bunch of times and just not had success. Well, this time it works out. Alright, we wiped out everybody. Nice. Now it's just a rush to get everybody on the other side of the board and to grab at least one objective on the enemy side of the board, and we will be all set. I don't think he has a way to bring anybody back. It's possible he does, but I don't think so. I could be wrong. How about you? That tile looks bad, so yeah, let's move there. I can't even tell where the middle point is for the board here to see if we're on the enemy side or not. Five or more fighters out of action. It's his guys, mostly, but he got some points for that. Discarding. We get one? I think that was just one. Alright, so what do we have? Everybody enemy territory, grab an objective. We'll hold on to those because we are on the way. Okay, do we want to discard anything? Yeah, this guy's dead, so we'll discard that. And this is kind of pointless too, so sure. Yeah, you can go first. So generous. Alright, power phase, what do we have? Tearing Claws on the Patrician. Reroll an attack die during a charge. Choose a friendly fighter, push him a hex. +1 damages fighters range 1 and range 2 attack actions if they have one or more supporting fighter. +1 dice to the other friendly's attack actions if this fighter supports the attack. Yeah, let's go ahead and just keep moving. You're further back, so I'm going to have you move up. Not through the lethal hex, though. Thanks. Cleave and Ensnare. Cleave, I think, ignores the shields. I don't know what Ensnare... If I had to guess, Ensnare would, like, slow somebody down, maybe, by 1. I'm not sure. We'll go ahead and give it to you just because. Why not? I guess we'll throw the upgrades out there, give Murder Pact to the Viceroy, give Point of Death to the Viceroy, sure, whatever. I don't think I'm getting the advantage of the Patrician's Drum anymore because there are no more enemies to close in on. Got a lot of movement, but I can't quite make it to an objective. Let's just carry on. I'm hoping the Patrician can make it to the other objective there. Play this only during your power step, -1 move from enemy fighters, next activation. I mean, sure, even though there aren't any, whatever. It's only enemy fighters, it's not my guys. I don't think he has a way to summon them back. Some of the factions do have ways to summon guys back, though. So it's something to keep in mind. You got inspired. Why are you inspired? Buddy. Why are you inspired? What's your deal? Okay, now it's not going to tell me. Let's switch over. It's not going to tell me. Alright, fine, whatever. I thought I had to be within range of enemies to do that. Well, we can grab the objective, so that's what I'm going to do. So everyone is definitely on the enemy side of the field, and we've got an objective on the enemy side of the field. We had to kill everybody to do it, but, you know, we're there. And because we move, there isn't much else I can do. I'll have you go on guard, I guess. I don't know if that would help you from a card that would push him off, but he might have a way to, like, push him off the objective or something. Who knows? And I'll just do the same thing. We'll just throw you on guard while we wait it out. Butchered these guys pretty handily, actually. A little bit surprising. So we got some extra points because people are dead. So we got a whole bunch there just because people are dead. Doesn't necessarily have to be my guys. It could be any. So I just barely... Okay, now we get the 3 there. So I thought it was going to be a 1 point, but then we got Death's Bounty. So I thought it was going to be a win just by 1. So these guys have some really good ways to score points just by people being dead. It doesn't have to be like my guys. There's lots of death in general. I guess, yeah, Khorne doesn't care from where the blood flows, as long as the blood flows. Yeah, not a bad result, actually. We got pretty close there to not winning that one, even though it was looking really, really positive just because of the ways he could score extra victory points there at the end. But yeah, it's a bit of a look at Drepur's Wraithcreepers. Yeah, I kind of like these guys. They're interesting. I like having a lot of range 2 weapons. I think that's really nice. It makes it a little bit different than playing a lot of the other factions, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, this has been more Warhammer Underworlds. I've been Disturbing Puppet. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully I'll see you again next time. Until then, have a good one.